I know we've just started rolling, but I really want to tell you a quick story.
Okay.
All right. I don't know if we should start rolling or not, but yesterday I was at Alton Towers, isn't it? And there was this guy in the queue, right, and he was just really grim, right? He had tracky bottoms on with holes in, and then we were looking at him, and he just started picking his nose and proper munched on it, and then had his hands down his trousers like for the whole time, and this was like a 50-minute wait, and they were the people in front of us. Like me, Mike and John absolutely lost our marbles, man. It was horrible.
I like it.
Yeah, it just came to my head as I pressed record. I don't know why.
Did it accumulate to anything? Did anything come of it, or did it usually make you sad?
No, it just made me feel sick, and then I had to go on a roller coaster.
Excellent, I like it. All right, on with the podcast.
on with the video. Hello everybody, welcome back to the Back Post. Today, just Jay and Josh. We've got a Chelsea Spurs game coming up. We've got to do a preview. I just referred to myself in the third person. That didn't feel right. Josh, how you doing?
I'm okay. I'm good. Normally, when we do these sort of videos, me and Jay then have a bit of a chat at the end because we have no idea what to call what we've just made. What will grab your attention, what relates well to what we've just said. But it's a really easy one today, and it's fun because essentially, welcome to this preview of Spurs throwing the cup. There's your title. That's what's happening, Jay. We have both purposely not watched each other's press conferences. Mm-hmm. We've just watched our own, and Mourinho has come out and said, "What do you want me to do? My players are already starting to get injured. We're playing once every 2 days. I cannot risk the Europa League, the final Europa League qualifier. He can't. Mm-hmm. And we've just been heavily hit in the Premier League as well, like robbed of 2 points, which we should have had. So we're now in a position where, unfortunately for us, as much as it should matter, tomorrow's game doesn't really matter. Which is a strange position to be in.
That's going to make the predicted lineups quite fun. Before we actually get into this preview, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, because we want subscribers and likes now.
Yeah, no, it'll just make us happy, and it's very minimal effort on your part to press the subscribe button, and it honestly makes our hearts happy. So
every time we get subscribers, we send it to each other and we get really gassed about it. So do you want that to happen? Subscribe to us. Actually, it was funny you mentioned that press conference thing, because in Lampard's press conference today, they did mention it. They said Mourinho said that the cup doesn't matter. What do you think about this? And Lampard was great. It does matter.
He didn't say that, but, just for the record.
Yeah, no, obviously, but he said it without saying it. And
he said he would love to win it, but he can't. That's what he said. And I agree with him.
You know what? Annoyingly, like, this is what I love about Mourinho. He is fucking real at most of the time. And, like, this is true. Like, he's like, what do you want? This is the only thing I can do. Anyway, we're going to talk about this game anyway, because even though Mourinho might not care, we do. I think we've got to quickly mention the games that have come beforehand, because we've both had a bit of a weird weekend, haven't we?
Well, yeah, like I said, it's a boring conversation. We've both done fan cams about it, so if you want to hear more about that, go and see those. They're very close. They're probably within reach of you to go and watch now. But yeah, like I said, Tottenham had a result last 2 days ago. Yesterday, that's how quickly these games are coming around. That was unfair. That has sent the football world into even more of an angry state, because no one's enjoying it. Fans, pundits, players, everyone but fucking Graham Souness and Callum Wilson knows that this is a disgrace. But, I said in my preview yesterday, Jay, all you can ask for at a football match is to minimise the other team's chances to zero and score a few goals and make a few chances. And since stats started being collected, Callum Wilson's goal was the latest a team has ever had a shot on target, their first shot on target in Premier League history.
Wait, that was their first?
The first shot on target was the 96-minute penalty. That's how much we nullified them.
That's insane. I didn't realise that was the first.
They had shots, but obviously they were deflected early, not threatening shots at all.
That's insane. Yeah.
That's why I'm not bothered about the result. Sorry, no, I am. That's why I'm not bothered about the performance at all.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I was going to say that. So if you look at the two teams' performances over the weekend, you guys were absolutely, even though we've got the same amount of points, you guys were absolutely great that game. Newcastle's goalkeeper, man of the match, was incredible.
Yeah, that double save from the free kick.
Exactly, he was unreal that game. You performance wise, you were really, really good, and you were just robbed at the very end. So if you actually look at it very based on form, you guys had a way better game than us. I'm not a very superstitious man, Josh. I don't know if you know this, but two things didn't feel right about our game against West Brom.
Okay.
The first being, I usually like to wear a Chelsea top while watching football. I don't know if you do the same, but I usually kind of I just like it. I feel like I'm representing. But this time I wasn't. That didn't feel right.
Did you put a Chelsea top on at half time?
Oh, but you know what? This is how weird I was like, do I do that though? Do I even do that? Does that make a difference? I was in my own head about it. But secondly, there was just something not right about us wearing blue and red striped shirt.
Awful. And also, much more pink on the television screen.
It really was, wasn't it? And that helps a little bit because it's not a Palace kit if it's pink, but also it's a disgusting kit. We should never wear it again. It's cursed and I hate it.
Amen. But
yeah, if we're going to talk about that game, performance-wise, we were pretty poor in that first half. Individual errors coming from Silva, coming from Alonso, just that we're inflicting damage on ourselves, and this happened against Liverpool, with the Christensen red card. That's doing, you know what I mean, and that's an individual error. Kepa's mistake for the second Mane goal. Then with the same happen in this game, and it's there's something we need to get out of our game. It was a very prevalent last season, but that being said, if you go 3-0 down to any team in the Prem, and you come back at least with a draw, you can be somewhat happy.
Yeah, it's one of those ones where you're always going to equalise because West Brom were going to buckle. It's a good result. I'm not going to take it away from you, but this is why West Brom will struggle because they're one of the teams that will just crumble. All I will say is, I don't know if you'll disagree with this, Jay. I'm not taking it away from you. It may sound like I am. Should your final goal have counted?
Well, if we're
getting a penalty for Eric, hitting the back of Eric Dyer's hand with him not looking, Kai Havertz, that ball goes out of play if Havertz's hand isn't there because it hits his ribs and goes out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So no, I'm not taking it away from you. I don't really care, but it's not upsetting because it's Chelsea. It's upsetting because this always seems to happen. A game will happen where a result is not given or a decision is not given, and then in the next game, the same sort of thing will be. And this is meant to be the greatest league in the world, and I'm sat there going, does Chelsea get away with that? And Tottenham are punished for that at the end of each of our games, and it's upsetting 100%. Because I feel like at the moment, I love football, Jay, but what's the point of enjoying football if everything your team does well is taken away? Well, it's not your fault.
Yeah,
I can handle losing a game, and even if they didn't deserve it, I can handle Andy Carroll fucking one in from 30 yards for his first shot of the game, and you go, oh, for God's sake, but you understand.
Yeah,
I can't handle this bollocks. Have you seen the actual foul that leads to the free kick? Joe Linton headbutts Højbjerg, then he goes down, then from what I can see, VAR hasn't given it, but we've seen the marginal offsides that constantly get given. It was offside. If we're going by the law.
Yeah, it's hard to not feel hard done by you lot. But anyway, let's move on from that. We didn't want to dwell on it too long, but it had to be mentioned. We're going to give some predicted lineups for this game because, as Josh said at the start, it's going to be an interesting one. Both teams have to rotate. Spurs more than Chelsea, obviously, because you played yesterday, tomorrow, and Thursday, which is insane. Do you want to go first, Josh, or do you want me to?
I'll go first. Why not?
Go on.
I'll just bring my phone over because that's where it is. Actually, I'm going to have one last minute change. Just because I think we feel a bit sorry for him. I thought it would have been Hart, personally. So like I said, this is going to be a massively changed Tottenham. Unless Mourinho's mind-gamed me as well. I think we're going to see a changed Tottenham. And I
Yeah.
think we're going to play... I originally put Hart, but actually, while he's still at the club and Hart seems to be playing in Europe, maybe we'll give Gazigniga a chance. So I think it'll be Gazigniga at the back. I think we'll play a back three of Sergio Aurier... Back four of Sergio Aurier, Alderweireld, because he doesn't seem to be playing... He hasn't actually played, really, this season yet. I honestly can't tell you. Dyer or Sanchez? I don't know. I think Dyer, because Mourinho will want to boost his confidence after that penalty. Bollocks. So I'll say Dyer. And then I think might just throw Reguilon in, because Davies will play for us in Europe, I think, on Thursday. So that's my guess of a back four. Midfield, I think we'll play Sissoko, Ndombele and Dele, just because, if he doesn't play Dele Alli in this game, Dele Alli has to go.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
It's
If this
obvious,
is the game you're supposed to be throwing, he's got to at least play.
Yeah, if he's not playing him in this game, then his Tottenham career is over, which is sad, but, Sissoko doesn't seem to be playing much, so I think he'll get in, and Ndombele will just give us that little bit more control. And he won't survive the full 90, but I just think it's that little bit of quality which will mean we don't get absolutely trounced. And then honestly, up top, I'm not sure. He'll probably play Kane, because he doesn't seem to rest Kane. However, I haven't put him in, because I've gone for Bergwijn, Lamella and Sessegnon as just a bit of a... I don't think we'll have a striker. Because we've got one, and we need to rest him. So that's my theory. It's not great. It's not the worst team. It's better than... Theoretically, I'd rather that team than West Brom's. But,
Yeah, I mean, 100%.
that's my thinking behind it, to be honest. And I think we'll struggle.
Fair.
Jay?
Sorry, yeah, you said I thought something else was coming.
Sorry. No.
So yeah, fair enough. That it's a very, very chopped and changed side. Obviously, the same with us. We're gonna have to chop and change. I think this game Mendy might come in. He's in the press conference. Frank said he was fit. He was ready. Caballero made a little bit of a mistake with the first goal. Well, not a mistake, but it was a very Kepa-esque save or non-save. It might be a good game to play a cup game with Mendy in to get him up to speed with the Premier League. I mean, so I feel like he'll play. Asby came in last game and played just incredibly. Like, he was a part of the reason why the comeback happened. He was very much solid there, so he has to play for me. I think Silva will play again because he needs minutes. He might need confidence after that last game, but I don't think he does. It's Silva. I think people make mistakes, and he's probably made plenty in his lifetime. Tomorrow should definitely come in because he has been classed this season so far, and Christensen didn't play the best. Zuma's still injured as well, I think, so that's a shame. Eventually Chilwell should come in. He's fully fit. He's ready. We need him to come in over Alonso for the big games, but this will be a good game to get minutes.
You don't think Emerson will get a game if Chilwell isn't quite over his injury?
I think Chilwell should start and Emerson would replace him if he's. But like Frank said, Chilwell's fully fit.
Okay. It's just a risk, is all, just to throw him straight in, I would say.
I do get it, but like Frank said he was fully fit. I think he needs the minutes because because that position is our weakest one if Alonso's our main guy. So we need Chilwell to be ready for the minutes and the match time. So yeah, I'm going with a 4-2-3-1 again because that seems to be our favourite formation at the moment. But I'm thinking Kovacic and Jorginho. Jorginho's been linked with Arsenal, but it's kind of died down since that one day Sky Sports reported it. So I don't know if that's actually happening. And him and Kovacic have a good relationship. They play.
Didn't
really
have
well.
the best game against West Brom though. Kovacic was. I think he's one of your best midfielders, but he seemed like one of the weakest links against West Brom.
Yeah, probably he did. But again, if that's the case, he might need confidence. He might need minutes. Kante didn't play the best.
Children may give him that.
Yeah, exactly. Then for me, Callum Hudson-Odoi's got to play. He came on and was really effective against West Brom when he did come on. He needs to play out on the right wing. Ziyech and Pulisic are both still injured as well. That needs to be said, so they can't play. I struggled with the midfield, in the middle, because I don't know if Havertz will play. I think he played the last Carabao Cup game. He's played every game since. I'm not sure if he's going to play him or not. I feel like he might play Mount in the middle.
He will. He probably will. He loves him, and he got you back in the game with that screamer. I think he definitely will. I think this will be a game for the Chelsea kids.
Yeah, like Mount's like one of our best players, and I hate how much he gets stick. But I was trying to think of because he's been playing Mount out on the wing, Frank has this season so far. So I didn't know if he was going to do that or not. But I think he might put him in the middle for this game. I think Werner will stay in the squad because he didn't have the best of games against West Brom either. He might play out on the wing, and then I think Tammy will play up front because again Tammy played well and he's been in good form. So I think that's the squad. I
really don't think Werner will play. I think he'll take him out for a game. I think it'll be Hudson-Odoi, Tammy, and probably I can imagine Mount being part of that front three.
Also, but then who plays behind him? I mean, obviously Barkley can play.
Which Havertz, I'd say. Barkley's actually a very good shout. Keep forgetting he exists.
I kind of forgot when I was making this, to be fair. No, I'm going to stick with mine though because I think Vernon. Ultimately, I know Mourinho said it isn't, but ultimately it's a big game. It's a rivalry. It's in the cup. It's a cup that every cup competition you want to win. When you come up against a big side like Spurs, you want to win. Play some of your good players.
I completely get that mindset, but for the first time ever, this isn't Poch saying I don't care about the Carabao. This is just I think we just have to sacrifice it, and I think that's what Tottenham will do because if we beat you tomorrow. And then go out to, wait a second, give me 1 minute. If we beat you tomorrow, 1-0, 2-1, scrape through, and on Thursday get knocked out by Maccabi Haifa, and our Europa League is screwed for the entire season.
Yeah.
That's inexplainably worse than just losing to you tomorrow. In the Carabao.
Yeah, no, 100%.
I don't want it, but
I get that mindset. Yeah, I get that mindset from you, but for the mindset from us, like we're in this competition, we want to win it. We don't have Europa on Thursday to deal with, so yeah.
We've already seen Son crumble, and he's got a hammy. So, imagine if Kane goes down tomorrow because we are trying too hard.
Yeah, if he does start Kane tomorrow, he's a fucking madman. Yeah. And this is where you need a backup striker, really, when you think about it.
Well, I've heard we've been linked with Benteke, so...
Really? No. No.
Yeah, we've been linked to a lot of people, but yeah.
Get Crouchy out of retirement as well, why not?
Yeah, right, go on then, Jay. What do you think's going to happen tomorrow? Give us your score prediction.
Well, after speaking with you, I'm a bit more confident because if you do seem like the squad and they're gonna throw it and stuff, I'm obviously seem evidently more confident. We still have defensive issues, so it's not like it's not impossible for you to score. So, but I think we'll win like 2-1, something simple.
I think you'll win 2-1 too. I don't want to be too depressing. Come on, you Spurs. Let's live the dream.
I say any Spurs fans watching this are gonna be like, "Fucking hell, come on."
I'm sorry. I think any Spurs fans will agree with what I'm saying about what our priorities as a club has to be. The money we get from the Europa, the entire season-defining run we can go in the Europa, outweighs this one game. And at the same time, it's a bit of a. To be honest, I don't think the Carabao Cup should have been played this season.
A lot of people have said that, to be fair. So, it is a bit of a weird one.
I don't really mind. We'll throw it this year.
Also, more for your point, like, you should absolutely be putting everything into this Europa campaign, because if you win the Europa, that's so huge for Spurs. Like, I would hate it personally, but, you would have a trophy. It'll be a European trophy. It's exactly why you
something that Arsenal still never managed.
Exactly. So, that would be absolutely. You need to put all your eggs in that basket at the moment.
Yeah, and now we're getting to that stage where, like, under Mourinho, we've been there before as well in terms of Europe. So like we've been to, at least our players have been to a final now. So like getting a bit off topic, but combining experience of getting there against all the odds with a coach like Mourinho, it's such an important prospect, and that's why. Yeah, I'll watch tomorrow, obviously. I'll be rooting all the way. But I just think that it's going to be... Yeah, I think the players that do get selected have a point to prove. Like, Sessegnon needs to prove a point. But will it be enough? Because the one particular part of the press conference is... I think it was actually Faye Carruthers said to Jose, like, well, Chelsea look a bit weak. Like, they didn't have the best game against West Brom, so this is a real chance for you. And Mourinho, he wasn't rude like Mourinho sometimes is. He was really bemused. He laughed, and he went, "Are you joking?" And she went, "Oh, well, no, they conceded 3 to West Brom." And he went, "No, like, we had a game 2 days ago. Well, yesterday, but we'll have had a game 2 days ago, and we have another game in 2 days. Chelsea have had A, rest, and B, a bigger squad. And, like, that's just facts." He went, in no way can... And I know Mourinho loves to be an underdog, but in no way can you say this is, like, a great... Like, oh, this is a great chance for Tottenham. Like, you might as well just go all out and you're guaranteed to win. We're not guaranteed to win if we play a full-strength team. So it was just a bit ridiculous. And then Mourinho just kind of laughed and said... He even asked the reporter, "What would you do?" And the reporter was like, "Well, I'm not the boss." And he went, "I know you're not. What do you want me to..." He just went, "What do you want me to do?" I can't. And he went, "If I play, Son's the first of many. We're gonna have the same problem with the way Tottenham have been treated this season is ridiculous. You cannot play that much football." I know there's that old thing like, oh, players complaining about playing football, but when Son's hammies are going because he physically can't run anymore, what can we do? And then we'll play Sessegnon. Oh, but then you're playing a weakened team. You're not taking it seriously. What do you want us to do?
I can see this is a bit of a crisis for you right now. Not for the Spurs. I mean, you personally in your head. What shall we do? I you know what the thing is, I completely understand that point, and but like it is insane how like. The match fixing is absolutely insane. On a more positive note,
not match fixing, Jay. There's no match fixing.
I didn't mean that.
Alleged match fixing.
We know something people don't. No, on a positive note for Chelsea fans, I think it'd be exciting if Mendy does play. I'd be excited to see him, what he's capable of. Just seeing a very tall man in the goal net might be. They
might be able to imagine if a ball goes from outside of your box towards the goal and it's then stopped by a goalkeeper. That would be mad.
Don't. Honestly, don't. There's a photo of him jumping in training and catching the ball, and everyone was like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah, I mean, I'll end. Well, I've enjoyed this. So it's been quite. I will end by saying just as bad as the situation is, I do go in tomorrow with quite a relaxed attitude. Like if you win, nothing you can say will hurt me. Like, I'm prepared for this. Like, it's fine. If this was the FA Cup semi-final, if this was a league game, there's a bit more riding on it. And I want to win. But if you do win, fair play. Like, what you've done is you've found a bear wounded in the woods, and all Frank Lampard's done is finished it off by strangling it to death.
I hope so. That's why I hope Werner plays or something, just to really kill the bear. You know what I mean?
I mean, you keep saying this about Werner, and I will end by saying he's pissing me off, Jay. He's still my captain in my fantasy team. I was like, West Brom, let's have it. The moment I take him out, he scores a hat-trick. I know that, Jay, but I can't keep him in. I can't
Stop captaining him.
I can't keep him in my team. But he needs to
go.
Worry,
he's gonna come good,
the moment I remove him, he starts scoring. That's the fact.
Well, please, can you remove him sooner then, please?
No, that's why I'm like, maybe I'll just throw the fantasy football league in order to make sure Werner has a goalless season. I'll triple captain him just so he doesn't against Tottenham, just so he doesn't score.
He's just waiting for you to. He's like, come on, man.
Please.
He's missing obvious chat. He hit the bar against West Brom, which was quite sad.
No, he hit the bar twice against Newcastle. Means nothing.
Brighton hit the bar like 20 times against United. It means nothing. Right, that's it. Thanks for watching, everyone. This has been a preview for the Chelsea Spurs game coming tomorrow. Like we said at the start, please please subscribe. Comment down below what you think your predictions are. Who do you think will win? All that good stuff. Anything else to add, Josh?
Just a really sort of sad come on you Spurs from me.
Great, cool. Tell your dads, everyone.
All right, see you later, Jay.